Hey guys, welcome to Fun Learning. In this video, we are going to discuss about the bursa, blood supply, nerve supply and the relation of the shoulder joint with the help of the mnemonic. With no more delay, let's get started. So first, we will study about the bursa of the shoulder joint. In order to remember the bursa of the shoulder joint, you should remember the mnemonic called SASI. Okay, in that SA stands for subacromial bursa. So SCA stands for subacromial bursa, whereas this two double S stands for subscapular bursa, and this I stands for the infraspinatus bursa. Okay, so in order to remember the bursa of the shoulder joint, you have to remember the mnemonic called SASI. In that, SA stands for subacromial bursa, double S stands for subscapular bursa, and I stands for infraspinatus bursa. In order to remember the blood supply of the shoulder joint, just try to remember the mnemonic called PASS. PASS. In that, P stands for posterior circumflex humeral artery. Okay, ma. A stands for anterior circumflex humeral artery. Okay, and this S stands for suprascapular artery. So, suprascapular artery, and this S stands for shoulder joint. Okay, ma. So, what you have to remember? In order to remember the blood supply, you should remember the mnemonic PASS. In that, P stands for posterior circumflex humeral artery, A stands for anterior circumflex humeral artery, S stands for suprascapular artery, and another S stands for shoulder joint. Now, we will discuss about the nerve supply of the shoulder joint with the help of the mnemonic. In order to remember the nerve supply of the shoulder joint, just try to remember the mnemonic called SLAP. Okay, SLAP. In that, this S stands for suprascapular nerve. Okay, suprascapular nerve. L and P together stands for lateral pectoral nerve. And A stands for axillary nerve. Okay, in order to remember the nerve supply of the shoulder joint, just try to remember the mnemonic called SLAP. S stands for suprascapular nerve. L and P together stands for lateral pectoral nerve, whereas A stands for the axillary nerve. Now, let us go discuss about the relation of the shoulder joint with the help of mnemonic. Okay, now let us discuss about the relations of the shoulder joint. Here we want to discuss about the anterior relation, posterior relation, superior relation and the inferior relation. First, we'll discuss about the anterior relation of shoulder joint. In order to remember the anterior relation, just remember the mnemonic A, B, C, D. Okay, in that A stands for anterior relation, B stands for biceps brachii, and in that biceps brachii, I hope you know that biceps brachii has two heads, short head and long head. You should remember short head of biceps brachii forms the anterior relation of the shoulder joint. C stands for the coracobrachialis. And D stands for the deltoid muscle. Okay, so A, B, C, D, A anterior relation, B biceps brachii, C coracobrachialis, D deltoid. Now let us discuss about the posterior relation of the shoulder joint with the help of the mnemonic. In order to remember the posterior relation, just try to remember the mnemonic TID. T-I-D. Okay, in that T stands for teres minor muscle, I stands for infraspinatus muscle. Okay, and D stands for the deltoid muscle. So, posterior relation, nothing but TID. T for teres minor, I for infraspinatus and D for deltoid muscle. Now, let us discuss about the inferior relation. Afterwards, we will go for the superior relation. In order to remember the inferior relation, just try to remember the mnemonic LAP. Okay, in that L stands for long head of triceps. long head of triceps, A, axillary nerve, okay, and P stands for posterior circumflex humeral vessel. So in order to remember the inferior relation, just try to remember in the mnemonic lab, in that L stands for long head of triceps, A for axillary nerve, and P for posterior circumflex humeral vessel. Now let us discuss about the superior relation with the help of the diagram. I hope so that you can see this diagram. So this is nothing but a diagram for shoulder joint, that is the glenoid cavity and the head of humerus both articulate with each other to form the shoulder joint. Okay, on the superior aspect of the shoulder joint, you can see this, right, brown color. So this is nothing but the tendon of supraspinatus muscle. So this is supraspinatus muscle. Above the supraspinatus muscle, you can see the bursa called subacromial bursa. So this blue color is subacromial bursa. Above it, you can see this is acromion process, this is a coracoid process, and this is coracoacromial ligament. The acromion process, the coracoid process, as well as the coracoacromial ligament together forms the coracoacromial arch. So this three, nothing but the supraspinatus muscle, subacromial bursa, and the coracoacromial arch forms the superior relation of the shoulder joint. Okay, so supraspinatus muscle, subacromial bursa, and the coracoacromial arch. Okay, with this I'm completing this video, and in my next video I'll discuss about the movement of the shoulder joint in detail. I hope that you find this video useful. If you find this video useful, please subscribe to my channel, and you can also suggest a topic which I can take further. Okay, so thank you so much. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you.